Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today is some time on the day of December that is somewhat before Christmas. Regardless of which, I'm not sure why the intro was so bad. What's going on, Misfits? As always, my name is Chaos the Gamer, and just in case you didn't know, this is the WatchZone for one of the best games that I've ever played in my life. Just in case you know, this is a 4v4 PvP where people like to beat the living crap out of each other. Speaking of PvP, on the red team, we have Ambition 84, sorry, blue team, totally discombobulated, as well as anahanbenae, as well as NtPoochSmurf playing as Bakudu, as well as BlobFishPro, who's playing as Azriel and is definitely a bleeding edge veteran who knows what he's doing. But on the red team, keep it quiet because we have Gord63, a bleeding edge MVP as well as Banjax, I'm gonna pretend like I don't know you, as well as HouseSam64 and Dead Maverick 670. Alright. Dead Maverick gets a yank off, but I don't think he meant to actually hit someone. And Azriel actually just flew over there to interfere a little bit. Regardless of which, still, blue team is holding on to 9 power cells while red team has their 6. I have a feeling this one might last a fair amount of time. So with that being said, Buttercup gets a yank on PoochSmurf. But Smurf is not really, well, correction. Bakudu is not really the type of person that you want to approach by yourself, you know? Regardless of which. Alright, keep in mind, no one's putting in power cells yet because there's a huge fight that needs to take place first. B is the main objective. Alright, so, red team so far, in my opinion, looking very healthy so far. So much to the point that, oh, well, Damon tried to actually collect the power cell, but that's not going to happen. Makuda was not going to just let that happen in his face. As much as you would try to like that. Alright. Still, 5-3, and I can see Maeve is making her way back to the action while Damien and Nidhogg on the red team are going to make their way in now. But regardless, Buttercup right now is in so much trouble and needs a healer. Buttercup, believe it or not, actually could beat the crap out of all 3 of these players if they allowed that to happen. But let's be honest, these guys have been playing for a while, so I highly doubt that's going to happen. HouseSam gets put into a cage and then comboed into the wall. He's in so much trouble right now, but he does have a healer next to him. Buttercup's going to make her way back inside, but... Sorry, I lost total control of myself. That was actually really bad of me. Alright, hand and points are deactivated, so more than likely everyone's just gonna have to get a little bit of a brawl out. HouseSam in a bit of trouble, but he's right next to his healer. The entirety of the blue team is actually on his ankles right now. Switching over to the red team, just to give it a little bit of a better perspective. Zero's gonna try what he can, but he's not gonna be able to. And at the same time, he's gonna get chased down. Dodges that cage. It's real hard to dodge Maeve's cage in this game. You can see it happening, but it doesn't happen very often. Azriel, he's going to swing his way back over here, and he's actually going to try to do a 1v... No, correction. Azriel's going to try to fight Damien and Zero at the same time. Zero's in a bit of a sticky situation. Gets cursed, and he's getting chased down. Gord had to... He tried that situation, but it didn't work out in his favor. 8-3 with blue team holding on to 15 power cells. Oh, Makuda gets a pin on the wall, and it immediately kills Buttercup. Blue team, they see Damon, and Damon is not gonna stick around for that. Alright, I can see there are 3 power cells still left to be collected. I think Makuda and Kulev are gonna go for him, yep. But still, switching back over to the red team, we have someone who just switched to Albastardo. Dead Maverick decided to change out his character, if I'm correct. Delivery phrase is in 15 seconds, and A and B are going to be the main objective. So, red team has a target. Oh, but Makuda actually pushes them back. That was actually very impressive, because Makuda was in a very sticky situation. Albastardo tries to get the knockdown on Makuda. Doesn't happen necessarily in the way he wants. Crazy blades are out and just completely eats Kulev's shield away. Banjax and everyone else is just going to more than likely try to team up right here. Misses the hit. But Albastardo is not going to go out like that. Swinging and missing, but he's going to get some chip damage at the same time. God damn, this game is so sick. Let's back up for a second. Alright, so Damon's gonna probably go for... Nope, he's gonna stick to himself and try to get around to objective A on the red team. But there's still a fight going on here. BlobFishPro is holding on to 7 power cells. Meanwhile, Elbastardo tried to jump through the fence and actually electrocuted himself. I saw that from up here. Not sure what the intention was for that one. Azrael doing the best of his mobility as he can. It's going to be a 2v1 going up against Nidhogger. Nidhogger is a damage dealer, but he's in a bit of trouble. Healers versus healers, damage dealers versus damage dealers, man. All right, 10-6 with blue team still holding on to 19 power cells. Banjax's in a bit of some trouble, but his teammate completely comes in to save him. Low on health, gets sucked in by Makudu, gets trapped in the corner, 1 up. Gets the vulnerability immediately and immediately comes back in. That was actually some good synergy right there. However, Kulev on the blue team, not looking good for you, man. Not looking good for you. All right. However, keep in mind, blue team is still holding on to 23 power cells. I like this Azrael's movement. I really do. Ooh, gets stunned in the air. That was not going to be... I did not expect to see that. House Sam looking for a kill. He can do it against Azrael. What base are they at? Blue team? Possibly. But Azrael's not going to make it that easy on him. And Makudu almost gets Nidhogger pinned to the wall. Let's switch off. Speaking of Nid, or someone else. Maybe he's going to go for Dead Maverick. Alright, but back to the red team on Zero. Zero's trying to heal as much as he can. He's doing as much as he can. Elbastardo's going to get most of his heals. Tries to get the House Sam, but it doesn't happen in time. House Sam drops 5 power cells. Still, 12-7. I guess you could say 42 to 13 or 32. I am so bad at math right now. Whew, dodges the cage again. Who is this? Go at 63, of course it was. He's more than likely experienced with going up against Mave players, and like I said, to dodge that cage, you have to literally hear it coming before it actually drops. Tool in Trouble was going to be out, but Elbastardo said, I don't feel like it. I really don't like that move anymore. Tool in Trouble is out again. It's not going to be able to get around the corner. Alright. Getting back over to Mave. Ooh, gets knocked down. Mave could have ran into a portal, but actually misses it, and the portal disappears. Oh no, might have to disappear and go through the electric fence. Puts him in a cage. Tries to get something on Elbastardo. Speaking of which, there's a fight going on between Zero on the red team. Correction, there was a fight going on. Alright, so Zero's going to stay next to his damage dealers. He's going to try to heal him. BlobFishPro holding on to 10 power cells, but very confident in himself. I see Makudu is going to be making his way around. He has a power-up. Not sure. Oh, he's trying to dodge Nidhogger. Nid is trying to go up against him, but I don't know if Nid's ready just yet.
You are so strong, Azrael.
Again, alright. I see someone on the red team switch to Gizmo. They're going to make their way out, and they're going to try to get to the fight. Alright. Makudu looking to get something on House Sam. House Sam gets sucked in. There's much going on. So BlobFishPro has 10 and Smurf has 20. They're both silenced right now, and I'm not gonna lie. People don't silence enough in this game, and you'd be surprised of how much of a halt they could do to the other team. Still, 13-19, but you could actually say it could still be in blue team's favor. 1 up on red team, which means House Sam's gonna get wiped, but probably come back just in time. Actually stands there for it, just to let it rock. Gets a bouncer up, and he's gonna try to do some damage against Ambitions. Ambitions gets wiped on the blue team. Drops some power cells. House Sam letting it rip. And Maeve on the blue team actually gets wiped. Alright. So 13 to 21. Still, I believe that more than likely Makudu's holding on to these power cells, right? Yeah. So PoochSmurf still has like 20 power cells to himself. And there's going to be these extra 3 right here. Shadow Strike is out. Banjax lets it rip. Decides to mount up again, and they're going to collect power cells. Alright. Luckily, that portal was there for Makudu for him to be able to get out of that situation. Speaking of Makudu, he's looking for someone. He's going to suck her in, and that's it for Gizmo.
You are so strong, Azrael.
Alright. Makudu gets blocked in. Unfortunate. But not unfortunate for Gizmo, who can just shoot immediately through that wall. Makudu tries to get a wall pen on someone, but it does not actually happen. Alright, so 2 things. Banjax is going up against BlobFishPro, playing as Azrael. Azrael's really hunting down Damon. Actually gets those power cells to drop off of Banjax. Speaking of power cells, Pooch still has 20 to himself, and he's getting hunted down heavy. Pin someone to the wall. He's not going to go out that easy. The entirety of the blue team is here, but keep in mind, BlobFishPro actually holding on to 21 power cells for himself. What? Wait, 21? They have 41 power cells. This is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. But keep in mind that blue team is not going down that easy. If we're being honest, Nidhogger on the other team gets eliminated. And blue team's gonna keep collecting power cells. Ooh, and Damon on the red team gets hit again. However, Gizmo's getting real low on health, goes up against herself, and it doesn't work out in the way that she thought. Alright, 18 to 22. Blue team's gonna try to collect. No! Wait, I think he actually did. He did. Alright, so 39 to 22. Man, real tight game. I love this. Makudu trying to get out of the situation. He's running in circles. He's trying to do the best that he can in every situation. Goes invincible for his team. Power cells are back, by the way. Damon on the red team actually gets him silenced. Sorry, he didn't silence him. He graffiti sprayed him. Damon trying to kill a healer. Trying to kill a Kulev, and they managed to get it. Red team immediately wiped that player. Alright. Alright. I see 3, 6, 9 power cells still out, but more than likely, I think both teams are probably just going to try to fight this out to see what happens a little bit. Not sure. Speaking of which, Makudu. No, correction. Gizmo on the blue team in trouble. I saw her surrounded by red teammates. 39 to 26, but this time it's in red team's favor. If red team can manage to collect, they'll put them not at victory, but in the 50s, if I'm correct. Alright, C is going to be the main objective. Makudu on the blue team's going to hover around it a little bit, but I think blue team's going to tighten up and get back together. I can see Kulev in some trouble. I don't think he has his abilities either, and Kulev drops those power cells. 39 to 28. Red team. I'm not going to lie. I always look at the score before I start, but I always forget mid-match who's going to win, and that makes it actually better. 40 to 28. Blue team more than likely trying to get those kills in. Makudu is going to hover around C. And I wonder who... Okay, House Sam has 27. Gord has 4. Banjax has like 8. I'm not going to lie. They're probably going to have to do a big fight at C right now. Alright, so House Sam's going to get... almost a kill on Ambitions. Ambition's going to try to stay healthy and alive for his team, but it's not going to work out. Alright. As well as Gord standing there right next to his teammates. Red team is looking to get some kills and probably collect. However, Makudu's going to come around, try to sneak around. Oh no, and it hit us some trouble. Has to get out of there. Misses his teammate's portal, whether he meant to aim for it or not. But his teammate is right there at his side. However, Banjax does come in with a graffiti spray. And Makudu's very low on health, gets wiped. 41 to 32. red team. They're gonna mount up and they're gonna get themselves out of here. And judging by the way this timer looks on the score for me, I'm gonna say that is it. Alright, 41 to 50 in red team's favor. I actually thought, damn, wow. Blue team had 40 power cells to themselves, dude. And that's why I always say it's real scary to have like a huge amount of power cells because you never know if you're just gonna drop all of them and the other team gets it. But regardless of which, GG's all around. 15 minutes on the game clock. Ambitions 84 going 11-7, as well as BlobFishPro going 11-3. NtPoochSmurf going 12-2, as well as anahanbenae going 5-9, as well as Dead Maverick 670 going 8-9, as well as House Sam going 17-4 with, this is a lot, dude, 24,000 damage done, 21,000 damage taken, 8 killing blows, and 27 for the objective score on his team. Banjax going 9-3, as well as Gord 63 going 18-1 with 20,000 heals done. GG's all around. But yes, like I was saying earlier, it is actually the day before Christmas, and it's crazy how last year you would have had some sort of update or talking to from the Ninja Theory team in terms of Bleeding Edge around this time, maybe last year. Last year had some interest, kind of, sorta, with it, and the fact that a year later it doesn't have it, man, really sucks. Regardless of which, for those of you who love Bleeding Edge as much as I do, I thank you, and I always will thank you. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Chaos the Gamer, and as the name entitles, I love gaming and all things related to gaming. As always, I hope your day and your year is going a lot better, and yeah, GG's.